Oh man, what is going on? We've got some actual Canucks news today. First, we have to talk about what happened with JT Miller in the latest Spittin' Chiclets video, where he directly goes out there and talks about Elias Pettersson. And then we also have to talk about Vancouver's newest goalie on the team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vancouver Canucks have signed goalie Chris Driedger to a PTO. Rick Dhaliwal says this is an insurance case, just in case Thatcher Demko will not be ready for training camp. League sources say Demko had surgery on both hips last January. Dhaliwal also says here that Thatcher Demko has been working hard. Rehab has been good. He has been on the ice for a while. I have been told there have been no setbacks, but the Canucks are going to be patient and not rush Demko back. The key for Demko is how quickly does everything come together for him in terms of being ready for a game. Time will tell, but everyone is taking the cautious approach. And caution, indeed, this seems to be the reason that goaltender Chris Driedger has now entered the Canucks organization on a PTO. Driedger is 32 years old, and once upon a time he played NHL hockey for the Ottawa Senators, the Florida Panthers, the Seattle Kraken, and then the Winnipeg Jets. He then took a year off of North American play to go over to Traktor Chelyabinsk in the KHL, which, if I am not mistaken, isn't that Vitaly Kravtsov's team? It's Josh Levo's team. That's pretty good. Yes, Vitaly Kravtsov was indeed a Traktor Chelyabinsk player last year. Semyon Dragochinsev was also there, not to mention Alexander Rykov. Lots of interesting names suited up for Traktor Chelyabinsk, but Chris Driedger was over there too, posting up an .897 save percentage in 23 games. 305 goals against, 1 shutout, 8-9-2. He wasn't great in the NHL, was not great in the KHL either. But Chris Driedger, the fact that he is on a PTO means that for now, he will just be in and around the Canucks organization. This isn't a signing officially. There's no money attached to it. It is just a tryout. This gives Driedger the right to come over and be with the Canucks, and if he's actually good enough in practice, if the Canucks deem him somebody who's fitting with the organization, then they can give him a normal contract at a later date. But this does seem to be more so just security, just in case Thatcher Demko is unable to participate in ways that we thought he could be. Now, speaking about Demko, let's talk about a guy who happens to be from the same country as Thatcher Demko, JT Miller. He's in the news today because there was a Spittin' Chiclets YouTube video where the Chiclets crew are going out there and golfing with the likes of folks like JT Miller in this nice purple shirt. By the way, during the backswing, I mean, you could see it right here. JT Miller is a really, really good golfer. Like, you can make as many jokes as you want about what that means and the fact that he's always on teams that are playing golf in the offseason, but man, there's a reason why this guy was trying to qualify for the US Open. He's good. But this Chiclets video has the Chiclets crew, it's got JT Miller, Vinny Trocheck is in this video too, so quite the interesting group of guys, right? But in this clip, whilst JT is in his backswing, you've got Paul Bissonnette saying that, hey, guys, I'm getting bullied. I'm getting bullied like Petey here on the Canucks. And Biz says that whilst JT Miller is in his backswing. And you can see the tweet that Noah Strang went out there and posted. The latest Chiclets video might bring back some tough memories for Canucks fans. Biz was chirping JT in the middle of his backswing about Petey. JT answered back, Petey in my backswing is crazy. I went to rehab for that. Now, it's interesting because JT, even in the video, he says, like, hey, you guys don't need to edit it out, but talking about Elias Pettersson whilst I'm trying to swing is crazy. And then he kind of shrugs it off to the side and he's like, yeah, I went to rehab for that. It's a funny moment, the guys are laughing, whatever, but like, still. JT Miller. Oh boy, JT Miller, this is always going to be an interesting conversation for Canucks fans, eh? JT Miller crashed out and got into a physical altercation with the Canucks video coach after a November 2024 game versus Nashville. The team mandated to attend anger management rehab after this incident. This was following a buildup of incidents involving Elias Pettersson. Now, the video coach altercation thing is not actually something that we've directly mentioned on this YouTube channel. In the years following November 2024, the idea has always been floated around, and based off of people that I know personally who are in and around the Canucks organization, either through direct hearsay or hearsay from people who know people, this does seem to be the case as to what a lot of people believe happened. Obviously, I'm not confirming or denying anything. I'm just saying that the idea has been out there. And you know what? If JT's going out there and joking around about how he was in rehab because of all this stuff, then he's free to joke around about whatever it is that he wants to joke around about. Wyatt Arndt, the stanchion, posted about this too. JT getting chirped with an Elias Pettersson name drop in his backswing. That locker room was truly a generationally dysfunctional team. It needs a banner somewhere. And then you have Sapster. At least they admit it. Goodness gracious, man. Admitting to committing workplace harassment, that's how I perceive it, is just insane to me, especially when it's serious enough that you're sent to rehab, probably workplace harassment training or something like that. It not only validates what I've heard privately, but it definitely provides a ton of context related to the Canucks' downfall. That locker room was completely toxic. It was allowed to fester for years. The captain did nothing. Management and the coaching staff did nothing besides make it worse. The players' comments post-trade deadline make so much more sense now as well. Now, there are other people going out there and bringing up different points. East Van Chris said, hey, was JT too hard on Petey? Yeah. Has Petey's lack of commitment and buy-in completely alienated himself from essentially the entire team? Also, yes. Ed then says, have you considered that one led to or exacerbated the other? Why was JT harassing a teammate who, for 18 months, produced more and was a better defensive setter than him? Over playstyle and personality differences? Come on. For what it's worth, you have another tweet over here. Cody Severtson, who, of course, did all the Utica Comets and Abbotsford Canucks stuff, he posted a transcript of what was said in the video. You don't have to edit it out, but Petey on the backswing is crazy. I did rehab for that. That's what that was? It's very cool that Jim Rutherford and Patrick Allvin went out of their way to defend the character of a guy who clearly took their role in the above being necessary at all very seriously. Also, not that the video confirms anything I've heard, but it sure makes a lot of sense why no one was invited to Pettersson's wedding. So, yeah, interpersonal issues, you can say. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Firstly, how do you feel about the Canucks bringing Chris Driedger on the team as a PTO option, just in case Thatcher Demko is unavailable? And what are your thoughts on JT Miller and the Spittin' Chiclets video, where he goes out there and pretty much admits to going to rehab because of the Elias Pettersson situation? Thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on, and bye.